Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel for another video. So this video is gonna be part one to my coming out story. It's gonna be about how I came out to like my friends and to people out at school before I like came out to my family. So when I came out, I was in the 8th grade. This was like 2012. So my best friend Risha, like we had classes together 6th and 7th grade, and we would like talk like here and there in class and stuff, but we weren't like really like friends. But like in 8th grade, we didn't really have classes. We didn't have classes at all, and we would rarely see each other. But one time we saw each other and we just like kind of like exchanged numbers, and you know, we would like text here and there, but we didn't like start becoming close until like March of like 2012. So mind y'all, in March, I had got a girlfriend who I did not want to date, and I am so sorry for this. Like, I really didn't want to date you, girl, but she really liked me, but I really didn't like her because, you know, like, I like boys, and at that point, I was, like, tired of, like, faking it, and I was like, I'm not gonna go with this girl, like, knowing that I like guys, but everybody kept telling me, oh, go with her, she bad, because she had, like, a cute face, and she had a nice shape, and she was smart, and you can't really find that too often. So they was like, you sleep if you don't go with her. Like, yeah, I know you gay if you don't go with her. And I was like, okay, well, call me gay then, because I don't want to go with her. But my brother was trying to talk to her cousin. So he like, he didn't like force me to go with her, but like he persuaded me to go with her, like, you know, like be a good wingman for me. So I just went with the girl. No, I didn't want to go with her. At first, like, I was being like a good like wingman, but then like as time went on, like I was like really showing her like I did not like her. Like I didn't want to be on the phone with her, I didn't want to text her, barely want to talk to her. Like I did not like her. Like I really did not like, I just don't like females. So mind y'all, instead of being on the phone with her all the time, I used to be on the phone with my best friend Risha all the time. Like, you would have thought me and Risha was girlfriend and boyfriend the way we used to be on the phone. We used to be on the phone for hours and all times of the night. Like, I used to be on the phone with her all the time. So, mind y'all, I would never talk about her to Risha either. But I would always talk about this boy named Caesar because I liked him. Like, he just, I don't know why I lived for him, but I really did. And it's like, when I think about it, I'm kind of like gagging in my mouth because like, ew. But he wasn't ugly, but he wasn't cute, but whatever. So anyway, she used to always be like, why don't you ever be on the phone with your girlfriend? Like, and I was like, I just don't want to talk to her. Like, I just don't. So then she was like, oh, and why you always talk about Caesar? Like, you must like him. And I was like, no, I don't. And she was like, you always talk about him though. And I would never say nothing gay, but like, I just was like, the way I would talk about him, I would always want to talk about him, and then like, the way like I talked like I was infatuated with him. Like, you could tell like I liked him, like, because I really did. So one day we were like bored on the phone. It was like, I don't know what time in the morning it was, but we was on the phone like early in the morning. So she was like, let's play 21 questions. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So we was asking each other questions, whatever, right? So she started asking like real, like, not personal questions, but she started asking like little personal questions. They wasn't that personal, but they was personal. So I had asked her one because, you know, I had a feeling like she used to talk to Caesar, but she would never say it. So I just asked her, I'm like, did you talk to Caesar? And she was like, oh my God. And I was like, just answer. And she was like, yes. So then I was like, I knew it. So then she turns around and asks me, because it was her turn to ask me a question. She was like, are you gay? And I just was silent. So then she was like, I knew it. I knew it. Then she asked me, do you like Caesar? And I was like, maybe. And she was like, oh my God, I fucking knew it. I just knew it. I fucking knew it. And I'm like, oh, whatever. So, you know, after that, we never really talked about like me being gay and the whole liking Caesar thing. So we just kind of like moved on. But this guy she was talking to, he was like, why are you and Josh like always on the phone? Like, do y'all talk or something? Like, is he cheating on his girlfriend with you? And she was like, no. So he was like, I don't believe that. So one day she was on the phone with him, and then like she called me on 3 or whatever, right? And we were gonna like, I didn't want to say it. She was gonna tell him that I was, gay. Cause he didn't, I think she actually did tell him, but he didn't believe it. So we were on the phone or whatever, and then she was like, Josh is gay. And he was like, no, he's not. And I was like, yeah, I am. And he was like, you're lying. Oh my, because he was like a little white boy. He was like, oh my God. He was like, but what about your girlfriend? And I was like, I don't like her. Like, what do you mean, what about her? I don't like her. I obviously don't like her. He was like, oh my God. Because mind y'all, my girlfriend was his ex-girlfriend. I just thought about this just now. Why the circles I run and be so small like that? But anyway, so he like never said nothing about it. Like, he just like was cool about it. Like, he never treated me no different. And he never said nothing else about it. So, we just all like moved on. So then, like a week or two later, me and my best friend Abrisha brought the whole gay thing up again about me being gay or whatever. So she was like, did you ever do stuff with a girl? And I was like, no. And she was like, did you ever do stuff with a guy? And I was like, yeah, a few. And she was like, who? And I was like, nobody. And she was like, tell me. And I was like, no. And she was like, just tell me. They go to our school. And I was like, maybe not. And she was like, just tell me. And I was like, okay, if I tell you, you can't say nothing. Because she was like begging me to tell her. So she was like, I'm not. So I was like, okay. I used to do stuff with, we're gonna call this nigga Larry. So I was like, I used to do stuff with Larry. So she was like, Larry? Oh, bitch, I knew something was off about him. Like, I knew he had a little sugar in his tank. She was like, oh no, I'm finna tell Carrie, because he go with Carrie. And I was like, what? And she was like, you gotta tell my homegirl. And she wasn't telling her to be messy, but like, that was her friend way before, we even started trying to build a little friendship. So, I understood why she was telling her, but at the same time, I was like, no, because I know she gonna say something and he gonna kill me. And that's like when I really learned, like, when you fucking with a DL nigga, like, don't tell your friends. Don't tell none of your friends, because at the end of the day, your friends got friends, and then when they tell their friends, shit hits the fan and everything comes right back on you full throttle. So if you talking to a DL nigga, keep it between you and him, because baby, it ain't gonna be pretty if you tell somebody. Trust me. So she told her or whatever, and then the girl was like, mind y'all, Carrie was my ex-girlfriend. Carrie was my ex-girlfriend. I used to do stuff with her boyfriend. But I didn't know that they was dating, because, he had so many girlfriends, and he used to cheat on them all. Like, he had like 5 girlfriends at one school, so how I'm supposed to know who you go with? But anyway, so Carrie was like, oh nah, I don't believe that, Josh. I don't believe you. So she was like, I'm gonna ask him. And I was like, ask him what? And she was like, is it true? And I was like, oh, I'm shook. I was so fucking shook. I'm like, he's literally gonna come to school tomorrow and he's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me. Like, cause mind y'all, like, I've always been like this, and like the niggas that I talk to always be like this, like muscular. So like, I just knew he was gonna beat my face in. So she called him, mind y'all, we all on the phone. So she was like talking to him or whatever. Then she was like, oh, I don't know how she acts, but she was like, something, you and Josh used to do stuff. And he was like, what? And then he just hung up the phone, and then I hung up the phone too. Like, I just could not take it. So he called her back, right? And was like, bro, I swear to God, I'm kid, nigga. I ain't gay. So my best friend called me back and was like, and I was like, what did he say? And she was like, he said he gonna kill you. And I was like, oh my God, I just knew I should have kept this shit to myself. Like, ever since then, when I fuck with DL niggas, like, I keep that shit to myself, because I ain't got time for that kind of drama. So I'm like, oh my God, bro, this nigga is like literally going to kill me. Like, he's gonna kill me. Like, there's no turning back. But at the same time, like, I knew him since I was legit. So like, I I knew it was a possibility that he would kill me, but then I knew it was a possibility that he wouldn't. So, you know, the next day came, whatever, and, you know, I was, like, prepared for him to, you know, whoop my ass. Like, and honestly, even though I didn't say it to be messy, like, when I didn't tell her to be messy, like, at the same time, you know, that was supposed to be a secret between us two. So, like, I understood, like, if he wanted to fight me, like, I would have understood. Like, if he would have beat me up, I would not have been mad, not one bit, because, you know, I get it. So, he didn't kill me though, because mind y'all, we rode the same bus because we lived in the same neighborhood. But when he got on the bus, he didn't kill me. So then we had a class together, but we didn't have a class together until third period. So third period came, whatever, right? And we sat, I don't think we sat next to each other, but I know we sat like near each other. So he started like talking to me out of nowhere. And I just was looking at him and I was like, you talking to me? And he was like, yeah, nigga, I'm talking to you. Who else I'm talking to? And I was like, oh, I just thought you was gonna kill me, that's all. And he was like, oh yeah, Nick, why would you tell her that shit? And I was like, I didn't like tell her. First of all, I was like, I didn't even tell her. I told Daybrisha, and I didn't tell her like in that way, like we just were like venting and, you know, we were telling each other stuff, and, you know, I just told her that. And he was like, bro, you wasn't supposed to say nothing at all. He was like, bro, I used to just do that shit because I was horny. And I was like, so that, oh, you just was horny? That's why you used to use me? Like, what? And he was like, nigga, stop acting like that, because you just do it because you was horny too. And I was like, no, I actually liked you. And he was like, so you gay? And I was like, why are you acting so surprised? And he was like, because I really didn't know. I just usually thought you used to do it because you was horny too. He was like, come on, bro. We both got girlfriends. I said, but I don't like my girlfriend. You don't like yours either, but because you got like 5 of them. But still, like, I don't like my girlfriend. Like, what are you saying? So he was like, whatever. I don't know what to say. So we just like stopped talking about it and we just changed the subject. So at the end of the period, right? He just asked for my phone, and I thought he was trying to go through my phone. And, you know, I would like give people my phone because I don't keep nothing in my phone. I don't have nothing in my phone, period. Like, nobody sends me anything special. So I just gave him my phone. So he was like doing something in it, but like I wasn't really like paying no attention. So when the bell rung, he gave me my phone and he was like, hey, bro, just leave it at that. And I was like, what? Like, leave what at what? So then my phone vibrates and it's a text message from Carrie. So I opened the text message and she was like, oh my God. And I went back up to the text message he sent, because I seen that he sent a text message. He was like, remember what I told you about what happened between me and Larry? LOL, I was lying. And she was like, and I was like, I text her back and I was like, that was Larry texting you off of my phone. So she was like, oh my God, I don't know what to believe, da da da. And I just didn't text back because I'm like, I don't care what she believed, to be honest. Like, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn at this point. So, like, she didn't believe me. So, you know, she never said nothing about it to, like, nobody else. And then me and my best friend, Daybrisha, like, we, like, couldn't care less about him or that situation. Like, we just didn't care. So, like, I ended up telling my friend Daybrisha to tell Caesar that I liked him. So, when she told Caesar that I liked him, Caesar told his homeboys. Mind y'all, the homeboys that he told, we were all like in a gym class. Well, we all had gym the same period, but we had different teachers, but we all had gym that same period. So I guess the day, and this is from what I was told, the day that he told the homeboys, he told, well, actually, let me back up a little bit before that happened. So I guess he thought I was like really trying to like be malicious by telling his girlfriend when I really wasn't. So one day on the bus, this nigga decides that he was just gonna tell my brother that I was gay. So mind you, my brother is quiet. My brother don't really talk to nobody like that. So my brother was just sitting there, whatever. They was like in the back, I was like in the front. So he was like, hey, well, you wanna know something about your brother? And my brother was like, what? And he was like, he gay. And my brother was like, okay, like, I don't care, because, like, my brother, he is so nonchalant, he don't care about nothing. He was like, okay, I don't care why you telling me. So he was like, oh, you don't believe me? And he was like, no, but I still don't care. So he was like, all right, I'm going to show you. I got to prove. So he texts Carrie, right? And he was like, Carrie, didn't Josh tell you he was gay? And she was like, yeah. So he showed my brother the text message. My brother was like, okay, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Mind y'all, he didn't tell my brother like by himself. Like, he told my brother in front of people, and he told my brother how I like Caesar. So, like, that weekend, me and my brother got into an argument, and my brother, he was like, because I said something like, I threw like a real low blow. I don't remember what I said, but then he threw one right back, and he was like, that's why you're gay, and I know you like Caesar. And I was like, who the fuck told you that? And he was like, don't worry about it. I was like, no, nigga, who told you that shit? So we was like arguing, going back and forth. So finally he was like when everything like calmed down, he was like, oh, Larry told me that. And I was like, Larry told you that I was gay and that I like Caesar? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, he left out the most important part. And he was like, and what part is that? And I was like, Larry ain't tell you how he used to fuck? And he was like, used to fuck Larry? And I was like, sure did. And he was like, what? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. He was like, when was this? And I was like, this year and last year, 7th grade, yep. And he was like, nah, he ain't tell me that. And I was like, well, tell him next time he want to tell you a story, tell him don't leave out the most important part. So he was like, that's between y'all. I don't want nothing to do with that. So, mind y'all, Caesar, like I said, Caesar had told some of his home, mind y'all, we all had the same gym class. Like, we didn't have, not all of us had the same teachers, but we all had gym the same period, so we would all be together. So, Caesar had told the boys, you know, aside from my brother, that I had liked him. So, and this is from what somebody told me. So somebody told me that, like, Larry tried, like, I guess he, like, thought that I was, like, about to go around and telling people that we did stuff. So he, like, tried to save himself and was like, oh, he had told Carrie that me and him used to fuck and da-da-da-da. So after that, people, like, started, I guess, because, like, nobody knew that. Because, you know, like I said, Carrie didn't say nothing, and me and Debrisha didn't give a fuck. So people was like around when this conversation was had, so people started coming up to me and was like, oh, you like Caesar? Oh, and you used to do stuff with Larry, because Larry said you lied on him. And I was like, I ain't gonna lie, yeah, I like Caesar, little ugly ass. And I was like, no, what I said about Larry, that wasn't a lie, and I didn't go around telling people that. I only told 2 people. By him saying that, now everybody know, because I didn't tell nobody else that. But, you know, since, you know, he just wants to make it seem like I'm lying on him, bitch, I'ma just tell people the truth. So when people would come up to me, I would just tell them the truth. Like, yeah, we used to fuck. Like, what's up? So what? And then I was already mad that he went and told my brother in front of people. So I was like, I'm definitely gonna tell the truth now. Like, because you got me fucked up. You trying to fight fire with fire, not knowing that, bitch, I'm gonna burn you. Like, don't fucking play with me, bitch. Don't go to war if you ain't ready. If you ain't prepared to get shot down, don't go to war with Joshua Parker, because you won't win. You never win when you play dirty, nigga. You never win. So, after that, one day, like, we was walking down the hallway, and, like, him and my brother was, like, talking about it. So, my brother was like, oh, my brother told me that da-da-da-da. I forgot what he was saying. And then he was like, bro, ain't shit about me, gay, bro. I swear to God, we're gonna have to bump this shit out. Da-da-da-da. And I just was, like, off in the cut, just smiling and laughing, because you want it. This is what you wanted, right? You want to tell my brother in front of people, and then you want to make it seem like I was going around telling people this stuff when I only told 2 people, who one didn't give a fuck and the other one didn't even believe me. So it wasn't even gonna get around. Like, it was not even gonna get around. And then on top of that, you telling other people, making it seem like I'm lying on you. So, you know, I felt like it was only fair game that when people came up to me, I only told the truth. Like, you know, who likes a liar? So after that or whatever, you know, it kind of like died down until we got out of school. So once we got out of school, right, he had dropped Carrie for her friend, we gonna call her Janae. So Janae had like a little sleepover for her party because her birthday was in the summer. So at her little party or whatever, I guess I was just like the talk of the party. Like, you know, when I was brought up though, you know, those situations were brought up. So when the people that were bringing it up though, like, I didn't talk about that information to them. So, and it was like saying it, like from what I was told, it was like saying it like firsthand, like I told them that. So I'm like, why are they like, first of all, why am I being talked about? Because, you know, I wasn't trying to hear like about how I was even brought up, period. I was like, why am I even being talked about at a party that I'm not at? And then who is them telling my business like they know firsthand? Like, y'all don't know, like y'all only know what y'all heard. I never told nobody nothing nobody at that party. I never told them nothing. So like, what the fuck? So after the little party, whatever, people that were there were like calling me, telling me like what happened, and like they told me like how I got brought up in the first place or whatever. So then homegirl Janae calls me. So Janae calls me and was like, "Twin, I didn't know you was gay," and da. Mind you, she didn't even bring up the whole Larry situation. I was waiting for her to bring it up, but she never brought it up. So then people kept calling me and people kept texting me. So y'all was like, "Janae, I'm gonna call you back." So I was answering the phone for other people, and they was like telling me their side of the story, like how they perceived it at the party, whatever. So then she ends up calling me again or whatever, right? This time she got Larry on three-way. So Larry was on three-way and was like, "Oh, I'm coming to your house tomorrow. We're gonna have to bump this shit out." And I was like, and I forgot what it was telling. Well, I don't know, whatever they told him, but I was like, "Oh, like you really believe that shit?" Like I just like told these people. And he was like, "Bro, I don't care, bro. I'm coming to your house tomorrow." And I was like, "All right, okay." So the next day I called all my cousins, whatever. I had all my cousins over here. So finally he came to my house with like 3 of his homeboys. And it was like, it was me, my brother, and it was like 4 of my cousins. So we came outside, right? And bitch, we was prepared. Like, bitch, we had like all types of weapons and shit in our pockets and inside our socks and shit. Like, we was ready to go to war. But when he got here, like, they just didn't want to fight or whatever. Like, he was like, what did he say? He was like, he's basically told like me like what they told him, and then I told him like what they told me or whatever, and it kind of like made sense. Like, it was one girl in particular like who brought me up, and I don't remember what she was saying, like, but she was like, she said she didn't say some of the stuff, but she admitted to some of the stuff that she said. But he was like, "Bruh, he don't like that shit, cause like she just fucking lied, and then she got like me over here about to fight you and shit." And he was like, "Bruh, I don't even want to deal with this shit no more." And I was like, I don't either, to be honest, like, cause at that point I really didn't care. Like, I could care less. Like, I don't care. Like, it was like a recurrent situation that I just was so tired of. So they ended up leaving or whatever, and like, you know, that was that. So then, you know, basically everybody knew I was gay then. So, you know, on Twitter, them little hashtag things used to be popping, and one of the hashtags that day was a tweet in 4 words. So, you know, my tweet was so lame. I was like, a tweet in 4 words. I was like, "I'm gay, so what?" And then everybody just started blowing me up like, "Oh, I didn't know you was gay. Oh, can you be my gay best friend?" And all this other fugazi shit. So, you know, that was really it. And then in 9th grade, like, people found out like I was gay, because, you know, I went to, you know, 9th grade or whatever, went to high school. So in high school, people already knew, because, you know, they had already heard the story, because, you know, word gets around quick in Broward. And then on top of that, like, social media, like, so, you know, when people saw my tweet, they like saw that I was gay. And then plus I had a boyfriend in 9th grade. So that concludes part 1 of when I came out to, you know, my friends and, you know, people at school. But before you leave this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comments, and make sure you subscribe.